Welcome to Kentucky. We are at LS Fest in Bowling Green, Kentucky 2021. Setting up here with, we got Soccer Mom, and then we've got Shawn's Chevy 2 in the trailer. And also we brought Tad's late model Camaro, just his daily driver, wanted something to drive around town. Had room in the trailer, thought we might as well bring it. But we're getting all set up here. We brought our security force here. He'll pee on anybody that comes in the pits. Right, CJ?
No!
He just walked up to CJ and peed on his leg. We don't, it's weird. Anyways, let's get to the video. All right, so we've got us something that kind of looks like a car here. And yeah, you may be able to tell, we didn't quite get everything all the way done. I put in some super late nights. Actually, over the last month, I've been sprinkling in, you know, nights till 10, 11, 12 o'clock. A couple of nights I went till 2 in the morning, trying to make sure we got all the little boxes checked. And 3 or 4 days ago, we started just checking off boxes that we could get done to get the car where we could make some test launches with it, get it across the dyno, which you guys saw in a video. But now we've got it ready to go to the racetrack. Probably won't go all the way through the 8th mile, just because I don't have the hood completely mounted yet. So the hood will be off, even though it is on the car now. I know Cletus would approve. No hood. Sometimes you just gotta run with no hood. But we didn't quite get the parachute onto the car, and as you might imagine, this thing's gonna be plenty fast enough to need a parachute. We did get all the windows in, which that's the first time I've ever put windows in before, and it was not super easy. We got the right door for the car put on, all adjusted. And I tell you, some of that restoration type stuff just eats up the time. Getting this alignment just right, well then you fix that alignment and then something else changes, and it's like, damn, here I am 4 hours later and nothing looks different. But we did get all of the, you can see what the interior looks like. These are PRP seats. A few people had asked about those. Actually very comfortable for drag week type builds. You guys probably haven't seen it with the dash in it. The vintage air mounted there, that actually stays. Those controls stay and the dash comes out. See the air box up under there, and then all our wiring down here in the corner. See what it looks like with the headliner in it. We still got to blow over it with a heat gun, I guess, and that'll take out some of the little wrinkles here and there. But for those of you guys that have ever done one of these type of headliners, that's a gigantic fight right there, especially with a roll cage in the car. If you want to know the secret how we got that in there, we put it in when the body was off the car. And when we did all the cage work in this car, I tucked the roll cage up really tight to the roof. And then we actually, the cage landed against the outer rockers on big 6x6 inch plates. And once we got all the cage done, we just cut the tack welds that held the cage to the body, lifted it up, put the headliner in it, dropped the body back down on the car. And we painted the roll cage while it was out. We painted all the tops of it because it's hard to get paint, you know, up in these spots when there's a headliner there. But she's looking like something. You guys also haven't seen it with the hood on it. It's super close to being able to fit a flat hood. Super close. Still got to put the headlights in. But it's actually a hinged hood, and it came with some shock absorbers that go on there, but it kind of just holds itself up without it. But we'll get this thing ready the rest of the way, take it down and meet Shawn. Actually, I'm gonna put the headlights in it too. I gotta do that. everybody. Well, we're wrapping up for today. Sorry I did such a terrible job filming our ride down to Tech. Thankfully, my girlfriend and Kimber took some really good videos of the car rolling down through Tech, and we did some pictures afterwards with Shawn. Just kind of got caught up in the moment with Shawn. That was his first drive in the car ever, because he bought this car as a pretty rotted out shell. Most of the floor was gone when he brought it to us, and now it's a car. So that was pretty cool. And sometimes you just forget about filming stuff and you get caught up in the moment, and you know, that's life. But sadly, some of the best moments are the ones you forget to film, and I wish I'd have got that on film. But thanks again to everybody hanging out, watching the channel. I'm gonna look at some data, because that's what I do. I did a little two-step test to see what kind of boost it made, both with the boost arm off to see what it did on spring, and then to see what it did on my base setting in the boost table. So now I've got some data to go to the starting line with tomorrow. We're gonna try and go make a run in this thing. The farthest I'll take it is gonna be the 8th mile, since I don't have a parachute on the back, and I don't want a full send a car first pass at the quarter mile, even though this car is built for quarter mile. We will see you guys tomorrow. All right, everybody, it's Friday morning here at LS Fest. Kind of rolling everything out. Today, everybody's getting ready to go. Copper's garden trailer. Yellow. All there for a second, but rack. See, we're getting everybody unloaded. If you guys haven't been to an LS Fest and you like LS engines, even if you don't like LS engines, there's a lot of really cool cars here. A lot of stuff that's a little different. I mean, there's a Ram with an LS in it. It's got some turbos hanging on it. That sounds like it's got some turbos on it. We got Soccer Mom, got Tad's Camaro. I'm about to get the Chevy 2 out of the trailer and start working on my tune for today. Not gonna lie, it's kind of a big deal getting all this thing ready to go make a pass. Got some little butterflies flying around. So, time for me to get to work. We'll be back in just a second. Everybody, well, we thought we were not running until later tonight. Ow, hurt my neck. But they're having an open test and tune this morning, and I think it displays times, which we didn't really want to show the times for this, you know, because Shawn plans to do some no time racing as well with it. So I think we're gonna just try and make a launch, try to drive to the gear change, lift off of it, and then bring it back and look at some data. Hopefully it goes down. I think I've got something pretty weak in it. Ooh, I did not adjust the shocks, so I need to do that before I go up there. I'm gonna go grab a tool, and then we're gonna take it up to the starting line. Everybody, well, you may know, Bill, if you've ever built a car, especially building a car for someone else, you can be as awesome as you think you are ever, but you still don't know what's going to happen when you let go of the button the first time. For that to go down first pass straight as a string, no problems, brakes work, probably wasn't the smartest thing for me to do, to kind of go pretty crazy. 153. So I am ecstatic right now. I'm like, all right, it's still going straight. This sounds good. Okay.
And I thought it was gonna blow the tires off of it because a little truck that before they done the prep shot, it was probably about 5 cars in that lane ahead of you. In second gear, it spun the tire.
Oh no, it was straight as a string, like easy to drive.
It laid them down. Them tires, did it feel like it needed more gear?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was way on out there before it shifted.
I know, it looked like it just, did the other car, did you beat, she said another car?
Oh, yeah.
I said, I didn't even know there was another car there.
Yeah, he came around me down in the shutdown well after, so.
Oh, so you outrun the other one?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, she didn't know, I didn't know. I said, was that another car?
Yeah.
You didn't see it?
That was where I was hoping to be by the end of the weekend, and we just did it first pass, so.
Woo, roll time.
All right, I'm shaking, I'm so excited. So, all right, it's time for us to look at some data, see if we can go faster. Well, we've got some pretty exciting data to look at. Found several mistakes that I made that I see that I can correct to make the car, I think, go quite a bit faster. And I had done, one thing I had done in the pits to try and keep myself in check on the racetrack is I only had boost commanded until 3.2 seconds into the run. After 3.2 seconds, target boost dropped to 0 so that I wouldn't leg the car out the back door, just because, I mean, somebody asked me right when I got in the car how far I was going, and I said I was going to make the gear change and that was going to be it. Well, I didn't do that. I stayed in it all the way to the 8th month. That's what it did. So what I find very encouraging here to start with, hopefully we can see, can we see? Okay, so purple G-force, which let me see if I can find the spot. Yeah, right off the bat, first pull, 2 G's, woohoo! So that worked really well, and you're already looking at that going, ooh, what happened there? Yeah. Well, the car shifted right there. I had a shift RPM commanded at 6,800 RPM, but also qualified it with 1.9 seconds into the run, which is typically around where Soccer Mom shifts. This car has a very different gear and also the taller tires, so the shift needs to be way out further into the run. For those of you guys that have been following along, the higher we can keep that G-force for longer into the run, the better the car is going to ET down the track. So what I plan to do is to fix that, bring the boost curve all the way out to all the way to the 8th mile, and go back and make another run. Gonna make a couple of shock changes. The car didn't really work the tire in the back. I mean, it went 140 to 60 foot, so not super fast, but really faster than I was thinking it was gonna be. Everything was better than what I was hoping. I hit my number that I wanted to hit by the end of the weekend. We actually hit that first pass. All right, everybody, pass number 2. I'll tell you what, it got hot quick.
Chevrolet Nova. Budweiser side. On the Jegs.com side of the racetrack, we have an LS swap turbocharged, nitrous-fed Honda S2000. That's two methods of torque conduction. Out of here. As the Nova is out of here. Stupid fast race car.
All right, well, we're going up for pass number 3. We tuned her up a little more. Last pass was faster than the pass before. Gonna see if we can go a little bit faster. Soccer Mom's up there. I got my interior lights on, which you might be able to tell. Let's see. Oh yeah, you can kind of tell.
They do it here, and there's a lot of distance.
The track has definitely been a little suspect today, but now maybe that the sun's gone down, they did a little prep and maybe it's going to be better. We haven't had trouble spinning, but Soccer Mom spun last pass because we're trying to go real fast with Soccer Mom. But let's see what we can do. Well, not every pass goes perfect, but still, 3 pretty good passes. The pass I just made had slowed down. Then that was our slowest pass we've made so far. So that ET, which I know you guys want to know with ETs, but I can't do that yet because I'm honoring the car owner's wishes. And that ET was where we had hoped to end up by the end of the weekend. So that's still not terrible. And I've got a sensor, a coolant pressure sensor that is hard mounted to the engine, and it got a little buzz to it. And for those of you that know anything about cars, a warm engine should never have vacuum in the coolant system, the radiator, the coolant system. Well, when it's buzzing, it's going 20 positive to 10 negative, which should be impossible. So I think the sensor is vibrating and throwing off what's going on inside of it, or how it's reading. That's my theory. So we're gonna soft mount that tomorrow. I should have caught that before, but didn't. And we're gonna try to go again tomorrow. Appreciate everybody watching. See you guys tomorrow in the daylight.